Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty.
Woo!
God, Gumshoe, I thought you getting fired would mean you wouldn't reload those things. That's all. This court's adjourned. I need a nap.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Dinner time.
At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder that she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've
We've already seen this.
and she's all happy. You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting any- Wait, no. Sorry. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. His voice is kind of Gantish, which is an issue for me. They're different, but they're hard to modulate differently. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Lana!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Yeah, but I'm not a detective anymore. Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by just distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you would look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared at how you would react if you knew.
Those doughy anime eyes.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
I have special eyes. My brand.
No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma! Aw, big hug.
I'll dish the weird coat. Super weird.
With the Commodore shoulders?
Yeah, seriously. Like, I get the fact that the characters are supposed to be kind of odd people, but like, freaking being a high prosecutor does not mean go full military. Also, she was wearing that while she was still a detective, which just means that's her style. Which is dumb. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from here that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least that's what I felt, watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
You just see him, like, scoot up from behind the couch. Just Lou.
Out from behind a pillar.
Ah. Where was he hiding? I just came to say, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right.
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me were the same.
One day you'll understand.
Evil, 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 evil. Justifying the ends justify the means. You're going to shank a bitch too, I know it.
Carl! Did you just say? That is not allowed.
That's exactly what happened.
That is not allowed.
That's what he's expecting. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them, but in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you're able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Yeah. What is this pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own.
Was it the handprint thing, or was it the book?
Shoot, I don't... Oh, evidence list? Oh. I don't know.
They were working together at the end for the whole handprinty business that eventually got Gant.
I mean, alternatively, the attorney badge.
No!
Attorney badge! That might mean something to you. But I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership. Huh?
Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. Meekins. Find out our own.
I think it was the piece of cloth or the evidence law. Probably the piece of cloth.
Maybe?
Yeah,
What
that
else
was.
do we have?
They were working together to work around the legal jargon.
Yeah, that's true. Nope.
Oh no, maybe it is the book then. Okay.
Oh, God. Oh,
There-
okay.
Okay,
We
thank
just
goodness.
looked at it. I'm just imagining every time Phoenix just gazes lovingly down at his lapel.
Okay, evidence law. They're helping each other with evidence law. Let's do that.
Nope.
What? What? Then what could be the
Screwdriver?
what could be the evidence? Oh, maybe it was the two halves?
This freaking parking stub never mattered. Pisses me off a little bit.
Yeah, it didn't. Oh,
Yep,
yeah, it
called
is. That's the picture I drew.
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me, there's still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let whatever happen kill the prosecutor. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now, it's my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I still think they'd be a great, like, duo for one of these games. I'm kind of disappointed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you think about it, though, Edgeworth, he very well could be questioning his role as a prosecutor this
True.
entire time, because Von Karma was the one that tutored him, and then...
I desperately want a game where it's just Phoenix just gallivanting along, like, pickpocketing people
His
left and right and
motivations
stealing
were-
shit, and Edgeworth's just like, what are you doing? And then they win.
No, he'd
because they're
definitely be the
really-
straight man.
Well, yeah, he would be the straight man, which is why he'd be like, what are you doing? Phoenix would be like, look, it's evidence. Edgeworth's like, it's a piece of poo. And it's like, it's important evidence. Ah! Okay.
I better be going too. Okay. I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Oh, look at that. Scientific investigation. Look at these cute little books she has up her sleeve all the time. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation? But on the back of it, it says for readers in 1st through 3rd grade. What is this, sis?
I have a low opinion of everyone.
Don't they have those little ratings on books?
Mm-hmm.
I think they do it by grade rather than age. Or do they have it on age for low-level books?
You see, like,
I don't know.
Gumshoe furiously trying to study it, but it's upside down. The judge is, like, eating half of it.
It's the first book I ever bought. Yes, when I was in 3rd grade. Study it well.
I mean, that's the case, possibly kindergarten.
Well, that looks like a thick book. The illustrations just look like they're meant for kindergartners.
Well, no, you open it up and it's got a magnifying glass inside and, like, 2 pages.
Oh.
And one of which is an
I mean-
advertisement for
the
the
other
other
book-
book.
The other book had what? It looked like it was a 50 to 100 page book, but it
It literally only has
only had 2 rules in it.
two rules on it. The rest is literally just a snack pack.
Thanks, sis. I will.
And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. Maybe picked up some paying clients? That'd be a good idea. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, Detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh?
Way to go, Detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
I'm all wild side. You see, Mr. Wright here's the one who will be footing the bill.
Huh? What?
What? You think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go! Objection.
God, this is a long series. Like 50-something episodes, I think?
I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of the things. I shall be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I managed to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Oh, I see. They're just doing a little recap. I'm sorry I didn't read all that through. I didn't expect them to come around.
I like these. Where they actually have, like, kind of a proper...
So she's working with a coroner
characters.
in Europe? Interesting.
Yep. I think she's a returning character, actually. In Apollo? I could be wrong.
Yikes. I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation in the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. Now somebody remind me, what's minimum wage in this state? Why did they say I'm getting paid in tips now?
They probably are paying him servers' wages instead. He's supposed to get, like, tipped by people that he saved.
Ah, Meekins.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it?
This.
I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm gonna make a detective. Yes, sir. No, could just be just like that. Oh God.
Dick Gumshoe.
Yeah, sorry. It's resonating really hard in my ear whenever I do that.
Uh-oh.
My left ear likes to resonate to
Interesting.
high volumes. It sucks. It's why I don't like going out to like concerts or anything anymore.
Uh-oh. No. No.
I'm
No.
so glad I do not
You're-
have my headphones on.
Don't play.
I
No,
wanted to just
there's
catch
no music
fire.
right now.
Oh, that's good. I just wanted to catch fire or stop moving. Oh, well, there we go. Sweet.
There we go.
Haha!
Awesome.
Still should have set on fire.
What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Starr managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. You make sure Billy and the gang get their water.
Well, don't worry. We have Meekins looking after them.
I thought Billy was the motorcycle.
Billy was the cactus.
Oh.
Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. See? As a farewell gift, I put the new meal on the menu. The right way lunch. What? Top layer is as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is sweet as victory. Kids seem to take the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
Ben Judd, and everybody else on this list, Brandon Gay, Kaoru Funakoshi, y'all are masters at localization. This is a great translation. I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said to me. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr.
Left.
Down? Anyway, he said he's been doing something for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be. Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go.
Oh, that's what the chair looks like.
That is a sweet chair.
Oh, translation. There we go. Bound Global Studios.
Localization. I thought localization and translation were the same. I guess
No,
not. Well,
locals-
these guys kicked ass too.
Yeah, if they're the translators, then yes, they did.
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
So tired. I want to go to bed. Like literally all. I thought we only had like an hour left. I was wrong.
Ah, Edgeworth's office.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh.
Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. Huh? What's going on?
Is that a letter of resignation, or is he off somewhere? Huh.
I don't know.
This is having me looking forward to the sequel. Oh,
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to go to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be all right. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
oh, you get to investigate it. Oh, there's a little letter. What does the letter say? Aww. Probably a picture of them from a long time ago when she was first being brought to the police station.
Yep. What a cute game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot of fun.
Yay!
I've beaten so many games this week, and it feels really good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I just absolutely love the... I suppose it's not a unique premise for media because there have been so many lawyer or case-based television shows over the years.
Yeah,
I think
but it's
some of the
charming
some of the
because
early
it's
ones were
happy.
as far back as the 50s, if not
Yeah.
earlier. But
I like it because
it's a unique premise for a game. I don't know if there were many court-based games prior to this.
none that I know of, and none that are good.
And I really like how endearing the characters are and how quirky the witnesses tend to be.
Yeah, the core gameplay loop is simple, but so very satisfying. It's this game, Pyre, and like a few others that make me really like visual novels, and I really wish there were like more in this vein, because like it is so satisfying playing them, because there's no like gameplay fluff, apart from I guess wandering around and some of the leaps of logic, which I heard they improved for future games.
Mm-hmm.
But like otherwise it's just pure straight story and like character dialogue and so on and so forth, and it feels really good.
I did like how they added the extra layer of being able to use the fingerprinting and the luminol on
I liked
objects.
the idea of it. It was a bit simple. I think those mechanics would be cooler in a game like L.A. Noire, which we should probably play L.A. Noire someday. Though I don't think it would be nearly as satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I liked the extra mechanics. Case 5 was probably the best out of all of them. But that's also because it's like one of the last cases they ever made.
Multi-layered, though. I mean, typically, what you do is you end up proving that one of the witnesses is typically the murderer themselves. But in this, it was... You were involving two cases, kind of like the case where it involved... What was it? Mia's... Well, the whole Edgeworth case.
Yeah.
And that has somehow tied into Mia and Maya's family with the mother and everything. But, so that was a multi-case incident where two cases were linked. And this was another one, multi-case incident. But this one had the additional layer of, yeah, you had the defense, but there were so many players.
I guess I really liked Gant, and then Phoenix and Edgeworth teaming up to take down Gant at the very end. Like, it just felt really charming.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's found himself doing that more often in more recent situations where Edgeworth is called to prosecute.
Yeah.
And knows full well that, Phoenix has been pretty lucky so far at having innocent people.
Yeah, I think in the second or the third game.
Maybe there's a case where he actually does have the guilty party. That would definitely be a twist. But that's something that we'll have to see. So is the next game going to still be Phoenix Wright, or is that going to be the one with Apollo Justice?
So we've got 2 more Phoenix Wright games.
Okay.
So very specifically, this is the attorney. I go to new game. There we go. So we have Justice for All and then Trials and Tribulations.
Okay, so these are all still Phoenix Wright.
Yep, so these are the...
Justice for All and Trials and Tribulations. Yep. All right.
And then Apollo is the 4th game? They might have had multiple Apollo games, I'm not entirely sure. There was also a Apollo versus Professor Layton. We might enjoy the Professor Layton games.
Oh, I know we would. I remember you had me solve a puzzle or two here and there.
Like, those would be kind of fun to load up someday.
At the same time, there are always new games coming out,
yeah, that's my main problem. It's time. I think what I'm going to do, hopefully, once, like, this utter, like, rash of new games comes out, is, like, bring back the what is it? The Patreon-sponsored game. And more or less just put it up to a vote. So.
Yeah, where we compile a list of games that we want to play, even if they're old.
Okay, it was Phoenix versus Layton. What did I say? Oh, did I say Edgeworth versus Layton?
You said Apollo versus Layton.
I'm so tired. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, so it's gonna take us a little while before we get to the next game. Just because we would like to go back and finish some of the other ones. But we'll play the other ones when we can. It'll be fun. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. So with that,
it's bedtime and probably more snacks and such.
Honestly, I think I might just forego eating and eat in the morning or something and just, I don't know. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us on this. It was a blast. I can't wait to play the sequel. I honestly can't wait. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.